Hi everyone, welcome to Zinnia TV, and we are going to be kicking off a very beautiful series called the Goddess Power Card Readings. And so every month I'm going to be reading from the cards that I've channeled called Goddess Power Cards, and they're channeled by Shakti Priestess and co-produced with Meku Collective in Ibiza. And these are very special, these cards. They're so special because I channeled them while I go to Ibiza, which is the place where I was reborn. I kind of transformed from loss and pain into wisdom and true feminine power, and I came into my true authentic self. And I started my own company and mentorship brand, Shakti Priestess, and I continue to grow with women's lifestyle empowerment products that help women really stay into their power, tune into their intuition, and reimagine their lives to generate more power so they can really live in their heart's deepest desires and with beautiful feminine energy. Okay, so that's kind of just the background of these cards, how they came into being, who I am, and the information will be just below in the notes of where to go to learn more about ShaktiPriestess.com and the Shakti Priestess brand. And also, don't forget your free gift. It's the Shakti Goddess gift bundle, and it's to help you get into your goddess power. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to shuffle these live for us. And just going to ask, what do we need to know for all the women and men watching for the highest good? What goddess power is coming through? What goddess influence and feminine inspiration is coming through? What insights do we need to know? Okay, so I'll pick one card for what we're going to release, one card of what we're going to embrace, and one card for energies that we need to be cultivating. Okay, so the first card we pulled was, wow, Sophia. Sophia. So Sophia is the Christian Gnostic goddess of what we're releasing, and she is, she belongs with Sagittarius in the traditional tarot, and she is number 14 in the traditional tarot as well. So that's the Temperance card. This is the Angel card. And so her message is wisdom and angelic guidance from your highest self. The holy light and power of love, she embraces all earthly experiences and transmutes them into light. So I think what we're releasing is, what's coming for me is that Sophia is really helping us come into our true selves and our wisdom, okay? So right now we've been balancing the masculine and the feminine. We've been balancing the dark and the light. We are now in balancing of the winter and spring. So what I feel with this card is let go. Let go of much of what you've been balancing and that which needs to just leave so we can let the new come in. And Sophia is a very beautiful angelic presence for us to call upon to do that. So you can ask, please, Sophia, help my life flow, help me let go, and let Goddess. Okay? So that's a card, an energy that we need to release. The current card, the current power that we need to be embracing, oh, so beautiful, Nut. So Nut is the starry night Egyptian goddess of Egypt. And if you can see in the image, she's so clear, she's so straight, and she has a headdress that is just, it takes in the starlight. So the energy that we need to embrace is the star. She represents the star in the traditional tarot deck, and she's Aquarius basically. So the starry night, hope, clarity, a renewed sense of the music of the universe, beauty and hope, alter troubled times. If you've been unwell or sick, now is a time for an increase in hope. All is well. What a beautiful message. And so, like I said, as we go into this transition from winter into spring, this new hope is coming. This new energy is coming. So as Sophia kind of cleansed us and rebalanced us and saw us through what our priorities need to be, in the present moments, we're going to embrace all that new energy flooding in, all that starlight, all that new hope and clarity, all that beauty. And so call upon Nut to really bring in more beauty and hope into your life. I'm open to hope. I'm open to receive. That's your mantra. And so what is the future? What are the future energies? Wow. So we've got some really powerful energies for the future still coming in. We've got Kali. And for those of you who know Kali, she is the Indian goddess of death, regeneration, rebirth, tremendous power. I myself, I'm from Calcutta, India, which is the land of Kali. So she's very much close to my heart. She's our patron goddess of our family. She guides the women in my family. She guides the women of the city that I was born and brought up in. And so this is Kali. She represents death in the tarot, in the traditional tarot. She's the Indian goddess. You can see with her sword, she's still cutting away. So I think the overall message is, as we are rebalancing with Sophia and we're rebalancing our fiery and watery energies, our physical and spiritual energies, our material and spiritual energies, the winter and the spring, the dark and the light, what's the past, what's coming in. There's still a bit of cleaning up that we need to do. And Kali is really going to get us crystal clear. So there's a few different energies still swirling. You know, it's not that we're in spring yet. We don't have both feet planted in spring yet. March is very much a time of transition and change and flow. And so the more gracefully we can do that, the goddesses can help us to anchor those changes so that when April comes, we're still in our formative months, but we will be much more clearer and grounded. And that's what's coming through to me right now with the Kali card, is she's going to ground us. You know, she's cleaning out addictions, patterns, places where we thought we were in bondage and not free, and really clean out those dark spaces and make way for the new, and really help us ground, because we need grounding, right? We're coming out of winter hibernation. We're coming out of beliefs and thought patterns that we're letting go. So we're not part of that anymore. We're not part of that system. We're not part of that philosophy. We're not part of that energy. So she's going to cut that away, bring in the starlight, and then ground us on the ground, you know, on the ground of the ashes of life that we're letting go, of beliefs that we're letting go, of people, of circumstances, of conditions that we're letting go. We have to anchor that new energy into the ground. So really use March to anchor new energies and ground them fully into your body. Kali is very much a physical goddess. She's a physical card. Very cosmic and very spiritual. But in this reading, she's coming through very physically, in a very physical way. Okay, so let's read the message, right? Okay, so Kali, transformation, endings, deaths. She brings you into alignment with who you are and cuts away abused, toxic people and stagnant relationships. Be ready for new beginnings. So this is amazing, right? We need to ground our new beginnings. They're going to sprout up in March, and we're going to see the first semblances of them. And we need to do our part in making sure that they stay with us throughout the year, okay? So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Sophia, letting the past go, rebalancing, cleansing. Nut, the Egyptian goddess, the starry night sky, bring in hope, bring in the light, be clear about who you are. Love that part of yourself that's noble and beautiful, your higher self. And then Kali, as we continue to strip away what no longer belongs in our new beginnings and this new cycle of life, let us ground the new energy and really be grounded as we're still doing this transformational work in spring and in March, which is very much a transformational time. Okay? And I just want to pick one more card for all of you guys who just have questions around what's next. You know, what's your life purpose? What's next? And I just felt called to pick that. I'm not going to do that every reading, but for this one, I think it's special. And we got Mary Magdalene. Wow. Mary Magdalene. And a Magdalena is a woman who's very powerful, a spiritual priestess, a spiritual leader. And she is the tower in the traditional tarot. And she very much is that Martian energy, that Mars. So what I'm feeling from Mary Magdalene and from the women that have asked me what's next is like, after the march, after this presidential election, how can I really use my power? How can I use it for the higher good? And Mary Magdalene in mythology and goddess history has always been a feminine figure that has followed her dharma. And dharma is your role, your purpose in the world, bringing your gifts into society, into the world, and really shining that light and that power that you bring to people when you are in your joy, when you're in your abundance, when you're just loving people from that place, that childlike place in your heart, and you can really give from a very beautiful and loving place, because those are your gifts. That is what the universe gave you. And when you are practicing those gifts, when you're walking with those gifts, when you're expressing those gifts, when you're sharing those gifts, you're living your dharma. So for me, as many of you know, if you go to the shaktipriestess.com site, I blog about my life experiences. I have a newsletter, a beautiful blossoming community, and I share with them what's going on in my life. And I've left 15 years of corporate. I was very successful as a global digital strategy director and content strategist. And out of all the experiences that have happened to me in the last 7 years, from divorce to upheaval, moving from San Francisco to Ibiza, transforming into the Shakti priestess that I am today, and creating a lifestyle brand that really empowers and inspires women to be in their full authentic power, it was time for me to fully align with that in all my feminine power, and to go full force with the company, which is what I'm doing now. So I've left that behind for me and really aligning with my dharma. And so for you out there, it might be being a political activist or a community leader, or having book circles in your home, or teaching your daughters about the wisdom that's coming in and how the sacred feminine is rising. And so I think Mary Magdalene's message is very much around feminine leadership and aligning with your strength. And the message is Mary Magdalene is the tower of strength. She brings in the shock of unexpected events. She cleanses the ego, and she holds and defines and helps you hold and define your power. So inner light will stand the test while egoic patterns burn away. So can you just this stuff is just singing to us. Can you just feel the collective message that just came through these cards? It's about cleansing and letting go, letting the light come through, the spiritual light, the higher light, the inner voice, your intuition, how you are aligned with what the universe wants for you, your highest self, your gifts, what you're meant to do, how you're meant to shine. And then Kali's going to help really ground that, and then the Magdalena is going to help you own that. This card is very much about owning your power, defining it. So with Kali, that energy is coming in, and you're getting grounded, and this is about owning it, claiming it, just being it, okay? It's about being in your power, not fighting for your power, not being in resistance to people who are criticizing your power, not saying, do I have power? Questioning your power, doubting your power. You have the power. This is a confirmation. You are the power, actually. So be in your power. And if you'd like to get the Goddess Power cards, they are online at Etsy, and I will show a link to that and how to get that, and they'll be on Amazon soon, but they come in a beautiful gift box like this, and comes with a guidebook with all the different messages in there, very much like Doreen Virtue's oracle cards and angel cards. And then, of course, the cards are, the different goddesses of the different pantheons. So please add me on Facebook at Xenia Gupte, or on my business page, Shakti Priestess. Come to my site, shaktipriestess.com, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope the message served you, and I wish you so much love, feminine joy, feminine beauty, feminine strength, feminine power, and most of all, feminine inspiration. Sending you so much love. Namaste. Bye.